Hey everyone, this is Craig Ries with Hollywood Junket, and I am here with Jim and Sasha Allen, new contestants on The Voice Season 21, and now members of Team Ariana. Congratulations, guys. How's it going?
Thank you. It's going really great. We're super psyched.
I gotta start right away by saying Leaving on a Jet Plane was a song that my mom used to sing to me to like get me to go to bed. And so like as soon as that started, I was like, yes. And now that I think about it, it's kind of like a sad song to sing to a little kid. So I'm like kind of questioning everything now. But what kind of motivated that song choice for your audition?
We put a lot of thought into which song we want to sing for our blind audition because there's so many songs that we love and so many songs we love singing together. And we kept coming back to Leaving on a Jet Plane because it's a song that we've played together for such a long time. It's a song that reflects the genre of music that we both enjoy and also the genre of music that, that my dad taught me growing up when I was learning how to play guitar. And so it felt like it set up well for our act and our harmonies and our blend, but also it set up well for us to connect to emotionally so we could give a good performance. And it felt like we felt like it showed who we were very well as performers.
I love that. How long have y'all been playing together?
Well, it's been all of Sasha's life since he, could vocalize and sing, and he picked up guitar at age 6, and I showed him a couple chords, and then pretty much, he took it from there.
Yeah, ever since then.
Awesome. So you did mention genre, and that was kind of one of my questions. Like, I agree. Like, I don't think you should like box yourself in or like, label yourself. But what genre would you say you lean towards, or like what's your even thoughts on that?
I would say we are, folk Americana. At least that's, what we are in. I think that going into our blind audition, I would say that, and I'd still say that, but I think now that we're through the blind audition, I think we're ready to mix it up a little bit.
Yeah.
And kind of just switch it up because our audition was so and nothing wrong with doing a low-key song, but our audition was so low-key, and it was super folky. And I think because folk is so mellow in a sense, at least the song we did, I think it would be really interesting for us to switch it up. I think it'd be a little shocking, and we both love so many genres of music, so who knows, we're a little all over the place.
Folk is a very broad term too.
Yeah.
So
it is.
Over the years, folk is kind of like a crossroads where a lot of influences meet. You're going to find country there, rock and roll, blues, and so it's all there.
I agree, and I think it's really interesting because Taylor Swift is kind of diving into the folk kind of side, and like great time to like start doing that, like bringing it to everyone's attention and bringing it back. I don't want to say bringing it back, but yeah. So you guys, like I said earlier, are on Team Ariana. Congratulations. What were your thoughts when both Kelly and Ariana turned for y'all while you were performing?
Yeah, it was very relieving, as much as it was exciting. It was like it was definitely a sigh of relief, being like, oh my God, this whole process that we've been going through for so long, like we don't have to be leaving here depressed. It was like a good feeling, because I no longer had to consider like, how am I not going to cry when I'm talking to these coaches after I get no therapy. So it was like suddenly you didn't have to worry about looking sad on national television because we could just be happy. And so when Kelly turned, it was like, thank God, because it was in the last like 20 seconds of the song. And then Ariana turning at the very last second, when we realized that, we were overjoyed and just so, and honestly in disbelief, because even like watching our audition back, I'm a little shocked because I'm like, it was super, super extremely low key. And Kelly already had a group on her team that is a family group. So I mean, we are very lucky and we are totally psyched.
I never saw Ariana turn. It was in that last moment, and I saw Sasha's reaction, and I had noticed that, like, I remember as in the last 30 seconds of the song, maybe 20 seconds, Kelly Clarkson turned around. And I remember just before she did, I remember thinking, wow, the song's almost over. You know, I wonder if it's and then we're playing this song, and I'm sort of focusing, and suddenly I hear this, I see this light, and there's this big roar over that side of the room, and something just happened. And then the song ended, and I'm looking at Sasha, and I'm trying to hold my note. And suddenly I turn around, there's Ariana too. So it just came as a surprise, and we're just so thrilled that she thought well enough of us to turn around. And Kelly Clarkson. Yeah. We love all of them.
Yeah, and Kelly.
God, yes. We sort of associated our music more with Blake Shelton and Kelly Clarkson, thinking, oh, Americana country, something like that. But it turns out, for a couple of reasons, it made sense for us to choose Ariana, who we are totally psyched to be working with.
Yeah.
Wouldn't have been any other way.
Oh, it's so great. So awesome. I know you guys get to work with Kristin Chenoweth during the battle rounds. How was that?
Yes. I mean, she's just to be in the same room with her is like otherworldly. I mean, it's amazing. She's one of the greats. She can do everything, and she's done everything, and she's had an incredible career. So just if you told me like 2 years ago that I'd be working with the people that I've worked with, I wouldn't even believe you. It was awesome. What do you?
Yeah.
I've taught a couple of the songs that Kristin Chenoweth sang as Glinda. So like as soon as we walk in and I realize who this is, I'm thinking, oh my gosh, I'm gonna have to tell this student who we worked on the vocal together, and she was so warm and encouraging and just brilliant to be hanging out with and getting her feedback.
She just seems like the coolest person.
She's funny. She's definitely really funny.
Yeah. One of the things that the coaches were debating about was like Kelly had a group, Ariana didn't have a group at the time, but she just added a group recently. So do you think that matters at all, or like what are your kind of thoughts on that?
I think what's unique about Team Ariana is she does have she has the groups, but like KCK3, who I think just was that last night or the night before that KCK3 joined Team Ariana. They are so, she has these group acts, but they're so different that, I mean, like we're like nothing like KCK3, obviously. So I think that makes her team really special, and I think it gives her a really good setup for the whole show to not only have groups on her team, which I think creates a really well-rounded team, but to have groups that are such different genres, and everybody really does have their own lane on her team, which I think is unique.
Awesome. What have you learned the most from Ariana so far with working with her?
You want to go first?
She is brilliant at selecting material, and seems to have a sixth sense about like what will bring out the best in the performers. And she's really great at highlighting the things that are working well, so that you feel that validation and you feel encouraged to like say, okay, we're on track. She's very, very supportive that way. And
I think that from working with her, have learned that almost the best thing you can do vocally is push yourself to a place that you don't think you can even get to begin with, and put yourself in uncomfortable places vocally and performance wise. I definitely learned that from working with her, and I feel like it's totally changed me as a musician forever.
Oh yeah. This is huge learning moment for sure.
Yeah, and of course, all the coaches have really great senses of humor, and that makes
their feedback too. Hearing feedback from just at our blind, getting to hear what all 4 coaches had to say was really great, because they're all just the greats.
Yeah. This is such an exciting time for y'all. So excited.
Thank you.
Final question, and then I'll let you guys go. I always love to ask, especially at the beginning of the season, if you make it far enough and you start working with like popular artists and all that, who would be some of your dream artists to collaborate with?
My dream artist would definitely be Taylor Swift by like a long shot.
Oh.
Big Taylor Swift fan for a really, I think I'm 13 years now on being a hardcore Taylor Swift fan, which is ironic. 13 is Taylor Swift's lucky number as well. So she would definitely be my ultimate. And my mom was saying the other night, she was like, if they bring back, you know, Taylor, if you have some sort of interaction with Taylor Swift, my mom was like, I know you've interacted with other celebrities now, like, because you've been on the show, but I think if you walked into a room and Taylor Swift was sitting there, you would just disintegrate into nothing. So yeah. And what about you?
Well, you know, having seen past seasons when they had songwriters like James Taylor on there, I mean, you know, I grew up singing his music, and you know, so that genre, someone like that, I once thought like, wow, if they had Carole King walk in here and these, you know, the epic songwriters of the last, you know, 30, 40 years, that's the kind of thing I was kind of envisioning. But, you know, I love all kinds of contemporary music too. And I love Bruno Mars. I don't know. It's not random though. I love his music, but you know, I don't know if there's necessarily how it relates to a particular song we're doing, but you know, you never know who's going to walk in there, right?
You never do. And it's kind of why I like this question, is because I feel like if we put it out there in the universe, then it might happen. And you know, we can be like 4 weeks from now, like, hey, Taylor's now their, you know, mentor or singing with them. And we said it 4 weeks ago. So we have it here.
Well, in that case, let's make it official. It's Ringo Starr.
Ringo.
And if Paul happens to be over, you know, I mean, as Beatles fans, we would, you know, so it's a blessing to be there and meet all the people that come through that tour.
Yeah. Oh my God. Yeah. Well, Jim and Sasha, thank you so much for your time. I am so excited for you, and especially you're the first group from Team Ariana that we've got to talk to, and I'm excited to see her on the show. And I just think this is so great, and congratulations again.
Yeah. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. We appreciate it.
Thank you. We will hopefully talk to you later on in the season, but until then, I'll let you guys go. And real quick to wrap it up, again, this was Jim and Sasha Allen from Team Ariana on this season's The Voice. My name is Craig Ries from Hollywood Junkie. You can check out all our videos here on YouTube and also on Instagram. And thank you guys again, and good luck. I'm so excited to see what comes next.
So much.